Hello everyone! So this is Teacher Jenny and andito naman ako para i-discuss sa inyo ang lesson natin for week 3 ng quarter 1 and this is all about absolute value and integers. Okay? So first is we have there the learning task number 1 at sabi dyan is we need to illustrate a C with the following. So sabi, kailangan daw natin mag-illustrate ng C at kasama tong mga sumusunod na to. Okay, so we have a crab 5 feet below sea level, a cliff 3 feet above sea level, and a flying bird 4 feet above sea level. At sabi dyan, we need to use a vertical number line to help you out in this illustration. Okay? So bago natin ipakita yan, ipapakita ko muna sa inyo ang halimbawa ng ating number line. And this one ay pinakita siya horizontally or pahiga. So kung papakita natin sa kaliwa nito, meron tayong negative numbers. Then we have 0 or yung tinatawag nating origin. And then meron tayong positive numbers sa kanan. But in this learning task number 1, we need to use this in the illustration pero vertically or patayo naman siya. So let's have this illustration. Ayan. So sabi natin, this is the sea and then we have the following. A crab 5 feet below sea level. So sabihin natin na this is the sea level na tinutukoy natin. Okay, yung parang isa ibabaw ng ating tubig. And then, nasan yung crab? 5 feet daw siya below sea level. So, if this is the sea level, 5 feet, ayun siya. Okay? Tinayo natin yung number line natin. Napunta si negative sa baba, si positive nasa taas. Okay? Saan tapat ngayon si crab? Nasa negative 5 siya. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 feet siya below sea level. Okay? Sabihin natin na ang isang unit na ganito ay 1 foot. Next is a cliff 3 feet above sea level. So, we have here the sea level at ito yung cliff natin. Ayan. So, nasa 3 siya. Kasi above sea level, so nasa taas. And then, a flying bird 4 feet above sea level. So, if ito yung sea level natin, 4 feet daw above this. So, we have there the flying bird sa may 4. Okay? So, that is the flying bird. So, this will be the illustration. And then, we have a vertical number line here. Now, using this illustration, let's try to answer the following question. Sabi dyan, what number might be a good representation for the sea level? Ano daw magandang number ang representation ng ating sea level? And that is, sabi natin, that is the sea level, we have 0. Okay? Next, number 2 is, how do you represent the distance below and above sea level? Ano daw mapapansin natin or maobserbahan natin doon sa mga distance natin below and sea level? So, makikita natin, actually, the distance is just the same. Correct? Yung mga units natin is just the same. But ano yung nire-represent natin for below and above sea level po? So, yung mga below, meron tayong negative numbers dyan sa baba. And then, we have positive numbers sa taas. Okay? Number 3 is, how far is the cliff from the sea level? Gano'n daw kalayo yung cliff natin from the sea level? Ito si sea level at ito naman si ating cliff. Ayan, ang ating cliff. So, gano'n daw siya kalayo sa ating sea level? So, we have 3 units or 3 feet. So, sabihin natin ang isang ganito, isang unit or 1 foot, meaning to say the answer is 3 feet or 3 units. Okay? Next is, how far is the bird from the sea level? Gaano daw kalayo yung ating ibon doon sa ating sea level? So, if eto yung sea level natin at ayun si flying bird, therefore, siya ay 4 units or 4 feet above sea level or ganun kalayo yung ating flying bird sa sea level. 4 na units or 4 na feet. Number 5. How far is the crab from the sea level? So, yung crab naman yung tinatanong, gaano daw siya kalayo sa sea level? So, if eto yung sea level natin, gaano siya kalayo? So, we have 5 unit or 5 feet. Okay? So, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 unit or 5 feet siya kalayo sa ating sea level, yung ating crab. Okay? But if I'm gonna ask you for the representation of the crab dun sa ating number line, that's negative 5. Pero kung itatanungin natin kung gaano siya kalayo doon sa ating sea level, that's 5 units or 5 feet. Number 6, what is the distance between the cliff and the crab? Okay? Yung cliff daw, ayan yung cliff, tapos meron tayong crab doon sa baba. So, gaano sila kalayo sa isa't isa? So, the answer is 8 units or 8 feet. So, bilangan natin. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Number 7, what is the distance between the bird and the crab? So, ayun si bird, and then eto si crab. So, gaano daw kalayo? So, bilangin natin. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, we have 9 units or 9 feet para sa distance natin ng ating bird at ng crab. Next is, sabi natin, yung mga numbers natin sa number line, meron tayo dong negative, 0, and positive numbers. So, yun yung tinatawag nating integers. Kasi pag sinabi nating integers, those are whole numbers that can be positive, negative, or 0. Okay? So, kung makikita natin, if those are positive, 0, and negative whole numbers, not a fractional number, so that is integers. Next naman, balikan natin yung question number 5 natin. Kanina tinanong ko kayo, how far is the crab from the sea level? At ang sagot natin kanina is 5 feet or 5 units. Now, bakit hindi negative 5? Okay, bakit hindi negative 5 yung ating naging sagot? Kasi nga, meron tayong tinatawag dito na absolute value. Okay, pag sinabi natin absolute value, the absolute value of a number, or ito yung representation niya, is the distance of the given number on the number line from 0. Distansya siya ng isang number from a number line doon sa ating 0. Okay? Meaning to say, when we're talking about absolute value, this is all about distance. At pag sinabi naman nating distance, it is always positive. Okay? That's absolute value, the distance, and it's always positive. Ngayon, bakit po positive? For example, tinanong kita, gaano ka kalayo sa TV mo ngayon? O sasabihin mo ba na I'm negative 1 meter from my TV? Di ba hindi naman? So, walang negative sa ating distance. That's why tinatawag natin siyang absolute value. Okay? Because absolute value is the distance of a given number on the number line from 0. Ibig sabihin, if we're gonna get the absolute value of any integer, ang lagi niya magiging sagot ay positive. Okay? For example, meron tayo dito illustrative example number 1. What is the distance of 6 from 0? Ano daw distansya ng 6 from 0? So, let's represent this to a number line. At eto si 0, eto naman si positive 6. So, anong distance niya from 0? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 units, correct? So, therefore, the absolute value of 6 is 6. Okay, marerepresent natin siya sa dalawang parang line na ganan, tapos 6. Another line. Meaning to say, we're getting the absolute value of the integer inside. Okay, na 6. So, that is positive 6 pa din. Okay? Next, number 2. Represent negative 4 in the number line or the absolute value of negative 4 in the number line. Therefore, kinukuha natin yung distance ng negative 4 from 0. Okay, so this is negative 4 and this is 0. Okay, we're asked to get the distance of negative 4 from 0, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, meaning to say the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. Okay? Negative 4, ganan. We're getting the absolute value of the integer inside. So, therefore, we have positive 4. Kasi nga sabi natin, when we talk about absolute value, that's always positive. Ganun lang kasimple yun. Another one, for example, you'll ask to get the absolute value of negative 10. So, ang sagot dyan is positive 10. Okay, always positive. The absolute value of positive 8, positive yung nasa loob, still positive 8 yung sagot natin. And then we have negative 12. We're getting the absolute value of negative 12, so that is positive 12. We're getting the absolute value of negative 5, that is positive 5. Again, we're getting the absolute value of positive 4, and that is still positive 4. Okay, how about this? What if we're gonna represent negative 5 or absolute value of negative 5 added to the absolute value of 3 on the number line? Meaning to say, we're getting the distance of negative 5 from 0. I-add daw natin sa distance ng positive 3 sa 0. So, eto yung number line natin. So, the distance of negative 5 from 0 ay 5. Okay? At ang distance naman, we're talking about this at ang distance naman ng ating positive 3 from 0 ay 3. Therefore, pag pinag-add natin ang distance ng dalawa, that is 8 units. Okay? So therefore, if we're gonna get for the absolute value of 5 added to the absolute value of 3, ayan, so absolute value ng negative 5 ay positive 5 plus 3, so that is equal to 8. Okay? Next, illustrative example number 4. What is the value of negative and then absolute value of negative 5? Okay, ang gagawin lang natin dyan is to separate the two. So, itong negative na to, hindi naman natin siya pwedeng pakialaman. So, ilagay lang natin siya sa gilid and then the absolute value of negative 5 is positive 5. Therefore, pag pinagsama na natin siya, we have negative 5 as the final answer. Next naman natin, this absolute value na tinatalakay natin plays a vital role in performing the operation in integers. Okay, for now, ang tatalakayin lang natin is all about adding integers and subtracting integers. So, therefore, yung absolute value na diniscuss natin, this will play a vital role sa ating adding and subtracting of integers. So, let's have this first, the addition of integers. At bago natin i-add, magkaroon muna tayo ng representation ng mga diamonds na makikita natin mamaya. Okay? So, ito yung tinatawag nating modeling for this adding of integers. So, pag may nakita kayo dito na white na diamond, or this one, we have positive integers ang ibig sabihin yan. And then, pag naman gray na ganito, that is negative integers. Now, let's try this example number 1. Sabi natin, we have 3 white diamonds here at dalawa. So, therefore, ang nire-represent nito ay positive 3 added to positive 2. Correct? So, therefore, kung mag-a-add ka ba at pagsasamahin mo ang tatlong puti sa dalawa, so ibig sabihin, we're gonna have 5. Correct? And that is positive 5. Therefore, pag nag-add pala tayo ng positive 3 plus positive 2, ang sagot is positive 5. Ibig sabihin, for us to be able to add positive integers, just add the two integers and then copy the positive sign of it. Just add them. 3 plus 2, 5. Since positive siya, positive 5. Parang normal na pag-a-add natin, di ba? 8 plus 2, that's 10. Ganun lang. So, note na kapag yung integer ay walang negative sign, automatically, positive integer yan. Okay? When it comes to addition, okay? Kapag walang na-involved na negative dyan sa ating addends, ibig sabihin, positive ang magiging sagot niyan. Walang negative. Next, illustrative example number 2, what if we have this? This one, it represents what? Negative 3, correct? At ito naman ay negative 2 kasi sabi natin pag gray ay negative. Since may tatlo tayo, that's negative 3. This one, dalawa, negative 2. Now, if we add this, tatlong gray sa dalawang gray. Ilang gray yan? 5. 5 na gray. Correct? So, we have negative 5. Negative 2, yan ay 5. So, negative 5. So, ganun pala. If mag-add tayo ng dalawang negative, just add the integers or their absolute value. Disregard natin yung sign nila. 3 plus 2, that's 5. And then, copy negative sign. Okay, kapag mag-add tayo ng dalawang negative, just add them, then copy negative sign. Okay, so for example is negative 5. I-add mo sa isa pang negative, so negative 1. So just add them, 5 plus 1, that's 6. And then copy negative sign. Okay? Illustrative example number 3. Paano naman kapag ganito? So titingnan natin. So itong tatlong white na to, ang nire-represent niya ay positive 3, correct? At itong dalawang gray, nire-represent niya ay negative 2. So therefore, we're adding what? Positive and negative. Magkaiba na yung sign ng ating integers. So, paano natin gagawin yan? Tingnan muna natin dito sa kanyang mga model. Okay, dito muna tayo tumingin para mas madali. So, kung ikaw ay mag-a-add ng tatlong puti sa dalawa na gray, mapagsasama mo ba sila? Siyempre, hindi gano'n na mapagsasama mo. So, isudraw mo dyan, tatlong white tapos dalawang gray. So, that's not allowed, ba diba? So, ang gagawin natin, titingnan natin, sino ba sa dalawa yung lamang? Itong white, correct? At ilan yung lamang niya? Isa. Isa ang lamang niya dito. So, therefore, ang sagot, yung isang lamang niya. Okay? Isang lamang tapos white. So, that will be the answer. Okay, looking at the numbers, so titingnan natin, we have positive 3 and negative 2. Yun pala ay equal sa positive 1. Okay? Tingnan mo, anong lamang? 3 o 2? Disregard natin yung sign niya. Instant tingin, ano lamang? 3 or 2. Yung 3, ilan ang lamang niya? 1. Ano siya? Positive. Ganon. But following our rules, ganito lang ang gagawin natin. Get your absolute value. So, ang absolute value ng 3 ay positive 3. Correct? Ang absolute value of negative 2 ay positive 2. So, instead na pag-addin mo sila dahil magkaiba nga sila, isa-subtract mo sila. 3 minus 2, that's equal to 1. Ngayon, teacher, anong susundin kong sign? After ko silang i-subtract, ang susundin mo yung mas malaking absolute value, yung 3. So, that's positive. So, the answer is positive 1. Okay? So, kung saan kayo nadadalian, yun yung gamitin nyo. Okay? Next. Sabi dyan, to add positive and negative integers, just subtract the absolute value of those two integers and then copy the sign of the larger absolute value. Okay? Another example. We have here negative 3 and then positive 2. Correct? Negative 3, positive 2. So, meaning to say, titingnan mo yung model nila or representation nila, alin dyan sa dalawa yung lamang. Itong gray, di ba? Ilan ang lamang niya? Isa. At ano siya? Isang gray. That's negative 1. Okay? Therefore, ang sagot is negative 1. Ganun lang kadali. Okay? Pag tiningnan mo siya. So, kung ano yung mas madali, yun yung mas maganda mong gamitin. So, let's see. Negative 3 plus positive 2. Kung isang tingin, ano mas lamang? Itong 3. Correct? Ng ilan? Isa sa 2. So, therefore, negative siya. Negative 1 yung sagot. Following the rule, the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. Correct? And the absolute value of positive 2 is 2. Sabi, isubtract daw 3 minus 2, that's 1. Anong ifa-follow natin na rule? Yung negative. Kasi mas malaki si 3. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali. So, to add positive and negative integers daw, just subtract the two integers again and then copy the sign of the larger absolute value. Next is, sige nga, isang tingin for our illustrative example number 2, 5 plus negative 3, yung parang modeling natin, isang tingin, anong sagot? Anong lamang? Yung 5 o yung 3? Diba yung 5? Ilan ang lamang niya? 2. At siya ay positive, so the answer is positive 2. Okay, following the rule, absolute value of 5 is 5. Absolute value of absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. Then just subtract 5 and 3, the answer is 2. So, ano susundin mong sign? Positive or negative? Yung positive kasi mas malaki yung absolute value niya. So, positive 2. Another example, negative 7 plus 4. O, sinong mas lamang sa kanila? Disregarding the sign. So, 7 o 4? Yung 7. Ilan ang lamang niya kay 4? 3, di ba? So, ano siya? Negative. So, copy negative sign. The answer is negative 3. Okay? Following the rule, absolute value ng negative 7 is 7. And then, absolute value ng positive 4 is positive 4 pa rin. 7 minus 4, that's 3. And then, tingnan natin, anong mas malaki sa 7 and 4? Di 7. So, that's negative. So, negative 3 yung sagot. Okay? Let's have another example. Paano naman kapag ganito? This one, it represents what? Positive 1, correct? And the other one, it represents negative 1. If we add this positive 1 to negative 1, the answer is 0. Okay? So, ibig sabihin pala, if we're gonna add two integers na same ang kanilang absolute value, pareho yung pinaka-number natin, pero yung sign ay magkaiba, that will end up to 0. Okay? Another example is we have this positive 2 plus negative 2, parehong 2, isa positive, isa negative lang. Ang sagot niyan ay 0 kapag in-add natin. Okay? So, lagi natin tatandaan, kapag mag-a-add tayo ng positive to positive, that's always positive. Just add them and then copy positive sign. If negative to negative, just add them and then negative sign. And then pag different sign naman, sa rule talaga natin, just get their absolute values and then subtract them at kopyahin yung sign ng mas malaking absolute value. Okay, in modeling naman, sa modeling natin, yung sa may representation, titingnan mo lang kung sino yung lamang, alin ang lamang, tapos anong sign siya. Okay, so let's move to the subtraction of integers. So what are we going to do if we're gonna have this? So we have here representation ito ay negative 4, correct? And then ito ang representation niya ay negative 2. So we have negative 4 minus negative 2. We're subtracting two negative integers. Okay, so anong gagawin natin dyan? We have steps to follow. Ang first step natin dyan, lagi nyong i-follow ang step sa subtraction. Okay? Para hindi kayo malito. Ang step number 1 is to change the operation to addition. Papalitan mo daw yung operation to addition. Okay? So, since ang operation niya is subtraction, and pag-aralan na natin yung addition kanina, palitan natin ngayon ng addition para mas madali. Okay? That's the first rule. So, instead of minus, magiging plus siya. So, same natin, we have negative 4 plus negative 2. Again, first step, binago lang natin yung operation, ginawa nating addition. Next step naman natin, second step is to change the sign of the subtrahend. Since pinalitan natin yung operation, hindi naman pwede na ginawa natin addition tapos i-add na natin. No, that's not allowed. So therefore, alin ba yung subtrahend na tinutukoy natin? Yung pangalawa po. Okay? So since nagpalit tayo ng operation, yun yung first step. Next step daw is palitan naman natin yung subtrahend. Okay? Or yung pangalawa sa sinasubtract natin. So therefore, this is what we call the subtrahend. Kung siya ay negative 2 nung una, magiging positive 2 siya. Okay? Magiging positive 2 siya. And then, following the rule ng ating addition, dahil addition na siya at napalitan na natin, ito na yung last step natin. So, negative 4 added to positive 2, that is negative 2. Sino lamang? Ito o ito? Lamang siya ng bilang, tama? Okay? Disregard yung kanilang sign. Lamang to ng bilang ng ilan? Dito, dalawa. Kulay gray, so dalawang gray or negative 2. Okay? So that's it. That's for subtraction. Another example is we have negative 8 minus positive 5. Okay, number naman or integers naman yung pinakita natin instead of the illustration or representation. So first step, sabi natin, is to change the operation to addition. So instead of minus, magiging plus siya. So, magiging ganito. Copy negative 8 plus, then positive 5. That's first step pa rin, ha? Gawin lang nating plus. Ngayon, second step is to change the sign of the subtrahend. So, since nagpalit tayo ng addition, sabi nga natin kanina, hindi pwede na i-add na natin. We need to change also the sign of the subtrahend. So, instead of positive 5, magiging negative 5 siya. Again, just copy the first integer, negative 8, change the operation to addition, and then after that, change the sign of the subtrahend, naging negative 5 siya. Okay? And then after that, napalitan na natin ang operation, napalitan na natin yung sign, yung ating subtrahend. Therefore, let's follow the rule of addition. Negative 8, i-add sa negative 5, parehong negative. Anong gagawin? Just add them. Okay? 8 plus 5, that's 13. Copy negative sign. So, negative 13. Okay? Next. Negative 7 minus negative 10. Ulit, change the operation to addition. So, magiging negative 7 plus negative 10. Okay? Second step, negative 7 plus pa rin, but instead of negative 10, naging positive 10 na siya. Okay? Anong nabago dyan, teacher? Yung operation niya, naging plus instead of minus. Yung negative 10, naging positive 10. Okay? And then, follow the rule of addition. So, negative 7 plus positive 10. Isang tingin mo, anong sagot? Anong mas lamang? 10 o 7? Yung 10, tama? Disregard yung sign niya. Ilan ang lamang niya? 3. Okay, ano siya? Positive. So, positive 3 yung sagot. Okay, following the rule, the absolute value of negative 7 is 7. And then, absolute value of positive 10 ay 10 pa rin. And then, subtract them. Okay, disregard yung position and the sign. So, you have 10 minus 7, that's 3. So, ano mas malaki? 10 o 7? So, that's 10. So, positive 3. Okay? So, let's try this representation, okay? Based on the illustration na binigay sa atin dito sa baba, sagutan nga natin to. What is this? 3 gray plus 2 gray. So, 5 gray. So, that is negative 3 plus negative 2. Ayan, negative 3 plus negative 2 yan. So, the answer is, parehong negative, pinag-add. That's negative 5. Okay? How about this? Parehong positive. Positive 4. And added to positive 3. 4 plus 3, that's positive 7. Next naman, ayan, magkaiba na ng sign. The other one is negative 3. At yung isa naman is positive 2. Kung titingnan mo yung representation, ilan ang lamang? Yung gray or yung white? Yung gray, ilan ang lamang niya? Isa. So, therefore, ang magiging sagot natin ay isa na may shade or isa na may gray. So, that is negative 1. Correct? Okay, following the rule, this is 3, this is 2. Disregard yung kanilang sign. 3 minus 2, that's 1. Then, mas malaki si 3, negative 1. Okay? So, let's have this. 3 white minus 2 gray. So, therefore, we are subtracting positive 3 minus negative 2. Ayan. And then, first rule, palitan daw natin operation to addition. So, magiging 3 plus. Okay, tapos yung subtrahend natin, papalitan ng sign. So, instead of negative 2, magiging positive 2. So, 3 plus 2, that is equal to 5. So, the answer is 5. Okay, last one. We have negative 4 minus positive 1. So, we have negative 4 minus positive 1. Okay? So, sabi natin, just copy the first one, change the operation to addition. So, instead of minus, magiging plus. And then, itong subtrahend natin, instead of positive 1, magiging negative 1. Okay? Following the rule of our addition, negative 4 plus negative 1, parehong negative, just add them, negative 5. Okay? Let's try to answer inyong learning task number 2 sa inyong module. So, that is the engagement part. Okay? So, let's try this one. So, we have here positive 9 plus positive 10. Anong sagot dyan? Positive 9 plus positive 10. Parehong positive, just add. So, that is 19. Correct? Positive 19 or positive 19. Or pwedeng 19 lang. Negative 7 plus negative 5. Parehong negative. O, paano natin na-add? Just add them and then copy negative sign. So, that is negative 12. Another, positive 5 plus negative 6. O, magkaibang sign. Sinong lamang sa kanila? Yung, disregard yung kanilang sign. Yung 6, tama. Ilan ang lamang niya kay 5? Isa lang. Ano siya? Negative siya. So, negative 1. Okay? How about this? 2 plus 8. So, that is 10. Next is negative 1 plus positive 10. So, kung titingnan natin, disregard yung kanilang sign. Sinong mas lamang? Si positive 10. Tama? Ilan ang lamang niya? 9. Mas malakas siya ng 9 kaysa kay 1. Okay? So, we have positive 9. Positive yun sa niya. Another, negative 3 plus negative 3. Okay? Parehong negative. I-add natin. Just add them. 3 plus 3, that's 6. Then, copy their sign. So, negative 6. Number 7, we have positive 4 plus negative 8. So, tingnan natin. We have, anong lamang sa kanilang dalawa? Disregard yung sign. Yung 8. Ilan ang lamang niya kay 4? 4, diba? Because 8 minus 4, that's 4. Anong sign niya? Negative. So, negative 4. Okay? Following the rule, yung rule natin, para hindi kayo malito, so we have positive 4 here. The absolute value of this is 4. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8. Just subtract them. Okay? 8 minus 4, that's 4. Teacher, anong sign yung follow ko? Yung negative. Okay? Yung negative sign. Kasi, mas malaki yung absolute value niya. So, negative 4. Next, negative 8 plus positive 12. So, titingnan natin in just one look, sinong lamang? Yung 12. Diba? Yung 12, ilan ang lamang niya kay 8? 12 minus 8, that's 4. 4 yung lamang niya. So, therefore, 4. And then, anong sign niya? Positive. So, positive 4. Number 9. Negative 11 plus positive 11. Sabi natin, kapag mag-a-add tayo ng dalawang integers na pareho yung number niya, but magkaiba yung sign, that is always equal to 0. Okay? Kasi, kunin natin yung absolute value nilang dalawa, that is the same. 11 and 11, yung absolute value nila. So, ipagsasubtract natin, 11 minus 11, that's 0. Okay? Next, 0 plus negative 9. Okay? Wala, i-add mo sa negative 9. So, that is, yes, negative 9. Or following the rule, tingnan natin, si 0 daw, ipa-plus natin, si 0 daw, tapos yung absolute value ng negative 9 natin is positive 9. Tapos, ima-minus natin siya. So, 0 minus 9, that is negative 9. Okay? Next. Next one is for the subtraction naman. So, punta tayo sa subtraction. So, positive 7 minus positive 4. Madali, 7 minus 4, the normal thing. So, that is positive 3. Next, we have number 2, negative 2 minus negative 6. That is equal to what? So, i-follow natin yung rule. So, si negative 2, this one magiging plus. Tama? And this one magiging positive. So, negative 2 plus positive 6, that is what? Positive 4. Next, 10 minus negative 3. So, follow natin yung rule ng subtraction. Papalitan daw natin yung operation ng addition. So, magiging plus siya. Ito magiging positive siya. So, positive 10 plus positive 3, that's positive 13. Okay? Next naman, negative 6 minus 9. Following the rule, just stay yung negative 6, yung minus magiging plus. Tapos, yung positive 9 natin magiging negative 9. Okay? So, negative 6 plus negative 9, parehong negative i-add. So, that is negative 15. Number 5. Negative 10 minus positive 1. Following the rules, stays in negative 10. Yung minus natin magiging plus. And then, yung positive 1 natin magiging negative 1. So, 10 or negative 10 plus negative 1, parehong negative. So, negative 11. Number 6. Let's move to number 6. Negative 4 minus negative 4. Si negative 4 mag-stay. Yung minus natin magiging plus. Tapos, yung negative 4 natin magiging positive 4. So, a negative 4 i-add sa positive 4. That is equal to, parehong 4, magkaiba sign, so that is 0. Okay? Next, positive 5 minus positive 10. So, si positive 5 stay, yung yung minus magiging plus. Itong positive 10 natin magiging negative 10. Okay, following the rule of our addition, sabi, yung positive 5 plus negative 10, sino mas lamang? Si negative 10. Okay, disregard yung negative. Yung 10 yung lamang, so therefore, we have negative 5. And then we have negative 12 minus 7. Negative 12 stay. Si minus magiging plus. Okay, then si positive 7 magiging negative 7. Following the rule of addition, negative 12 plus negative 7. So that is negative 19. Number 9, so we have positive 8 minus positive 6. Okay? Madali, 8 minus 6. Normal, kasi ano naman siya, malaki at maliit. Pero let's follow the rule para makita nyo. Si positive 8 minus positive 6, si minus magiging plus. Tapos, si positive 6 magiging negative 6. So, following the rule of addition, positive 8 plus negative 6, sinong lamang sa kanila? Disregard yung kanilang sign. So, si 8 ilan? Dalawa. At positive siya, so positive 2. Okay? And then next, we have the last is 0 minus negative 9. So, we're gonna have 0. Si minus magiging plus. Tapos si negative 9 magiging positive 9. So, 0 plus 9, that is equal to 9. Okay? So, that will be for our subtraction. Next naman, we have the assimilation or the last part, which is learning task number 3. And let's solve each problem involving the integers. So, a mercury thermometer records a temperature of 8 degrees Fahrenheit at 10 a.m. So, 10 a.m., alas 10 daw ng umaga. Okay? Ang kanya daw temperature is 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Ngayon daw, if the temperature drops by 3 degrees Fahrenheit every hour, ibig sabihin bumababa siya ng 3 degrees Fahrenheit kada oras, what will be the temperature by 2 p.m.? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, if we will start at 10 a.m., sabihin natin that's 10 a.m., okay? 10 a.m. And then, 11 a.m., then 12 p.m., or 12 noon, okay, 12 noon, and then 1 p.m., and then 2 p.m., di ba? 2 p.m. yung ating kinukuha. So, ano daw temperature na niya? Kung mag-start siya ng 8 degrees, kung sabi 8 degrees Fahrenheit, ayan, 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Tapos, nababa siya or nagda-drops yung temperature by 3 degrees Fahrenheit every oras daw. Therefore, starting 8, 8 minus 3 kasi nagda-drop siya ng 3 degrees every hour. So, sa 11 a.m. siya ay ano na? 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Correct? Sa 12 noon, so 5 minus 3, that's 2. 2 degree Fahrenheit na lang. And then, pagdating naman ng 1 p.m., so 2. Okay? Start tayo na 2 minus 3. Anong sagot? That is what? 2. Ito magiging plus. Okay? Ito magiging negative 3. So, that is 2 plus negative 3, that's negative 1. Tama? So, therefore, negative 1 degree Fahrenheit na sa 1 p.m. Next naman is pagdating ng 2 p.m., magma-minus na naman tayo sa nagda-drop siya ng 3 degrees Fahrenheit every hour. So, sa negative 1, dito tayo, negative 1 minus 3. Okay? Is equal to what? So, stay si negative 1, si minus natin magiging plus, si positive 3 natin magiging negative 3. So, negative 1 plus negative 3, that's equal to negative 4. Therefore, we have negative 4 Fahrenheit pagdating ng ating 2 p.m. Okay, that's the answer. Negative 4 Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit. Next, number 1. Kate gets into the elevator on the third floor of the shopping mall. She goes up 6 floors to reach the food court, and after an hour, she went down 2 floors to buy books. At which floor is she now? So, si Kate daw ay nasa elevator sa third floor daw ng shopping mall. Nasa third floor siya. Now, she goes up 6 floors to reach the food court. So, plus 6. Tama? And that is equal to 9. So, nasa 9th floor na siya ngayon. Then, after that, after an hour daw, she went down 2 floors to buy books. So, kung nasa na yun siya, bumaba siya ng 2. So, nasan siya na ngayon? At which floor is she now? Nasa 7th floor. Okay, therefore, that is 7th floor.